For kids everywhere, I need you to understand. Drugs are bad. All right.
Don't do drugs, kids.
No
Mhm.
smoking. No whatever this breeze is. No
Mhm.
crack. None of that stuff.
No
Leave it alone.
e-cigarettes. No e-cigarettes.
It will ruin your life.
What is this, in Dare ad?
Mhm.
I need kids to understand the
Don't
consequences
even,
of their actions.
yep. Don't even give candy cigarettes a try, audience. You
Okay,
know.
candy cigarettes is fine
Mhm.
because they're literally just candy.
Mhm.
That we're not Dare.
Yeah.
We never claimed that to be good influences.
Mhm. I still remember in middle school when we had to read the book The Outsiders. I remember there was one point where the main characters were like saying, "We'll one day invent a chocolate cigarettes." Just you wait. Like
Yeah, I
what?
remember being in fifth grade and seeing what a smoker's lungs looked like.
Oh yeah. Dang,
Fifth grade.
dang.
No, wait, no, I was in fourth grade, I think.
Mhm. You know what really freaked me out about cigarettes? The fact that you can get hair in your tongue because of it. That's what's always great.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I still remember when I was first starting out as an electrician, right? I had to go meet my boss at a job site, and he calls me telling me, "Okay, before you get here, I need you to pick up a pack of Marlboro from the 7-Eleven." And I asked him, "What's Marlboro?"
Yeah. No, I
He laughed.
I grew up around smokers, so I know.
Yeah. My boss laughed at me, saying, "Like, of course you wouldn't know." Like, oh yeah. But all
No,
right,
what
we're
turned me off was I hate the smell.
oh yeah, that and having to pay for it routinely, you know. So,
Yeah, no, I'm too poor for that shit. Even when I did have more money.
hmm, gotcha.
Grady, give
Anyway,
us a GI Joe Transformers talk thing.
let's see what an idea for a name. Turret.
No, you know how they used to do the Optimus
You
says
know how
don't do
80s
this.
cartoons used to do PSAs?
Yeah, PSA. That's what I'm looking
Oh
for.
yeah. Remember, kids, drinking and driving is not an acceptable decision, especially when you're
Is no
driving
joke.
a transformer. You know, so
Drinking
yeah,
and driving is no joke. If someone
exactly.
tries to get you intoxicated and then drive them home, don't do it.
Hmm.
Take an Uber.
Hmm.
I'd rather you be $10 poorer than dead.
Exactly.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. That's my
Who needs
PSA.
who needs to go out with a designated driver when you have Uber audience? You know,
If you
so
don't have a DD, sometimes that's what you got to do.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I'm
I
just
feel
saying,
bad for
I would rather
designated
be
drivers though.
$10 poorer than $25,000 poorer. Think about it.
There, there you go. You know, so all right, guys.
I always feel bad for designated drivers.
Hey, I spend most of my twenties as that.
I know, but it's like we're going out drinking all this other stuff, and you just kind of have to watch us. You basically have to babysit in a sense.
I
Trust me,
know.
at San Diego Comic Con, I was basically babysitting a 40-year-old man. It was fine.
Dang.
Not
Hey, me and
fully, not fully, because he did end up not drinking after a few drinks. So I'm just like, okay, do you want water? And he was like,
my,
yeah. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he
iron-
bought me pizza, so I'm not complaining.
ironically enough, right? Me and my boss had to technically babysit a 50-year-old man because we had to go to a job, and this was going to be this guy's first day at the job, and he showed up to work drunk. Well, I'm not even kidding. He was drunk. He had the smell of alcohol on him, and we're just like, oh my god, because the job entitled required us to be on 6-foot ladders throughout the whole day, and
Yeah,
we're
I
like,
think
"Dude,
that's just any job. You shouldn't pull up
yeah,
being drunk unless like you're getting
yeah.
paid by scientists to test out stuff. I don't know.
I know. That was just like an embarrassing day for us, and yeah, it was his first and last day audience, So yeah, yeah. But anyway, we're running a little behind, so if you guys just want to get started.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Confinac Live News Reviews of the Week audience. Here with me, Crypto Secret 415. Here to save time on an intro. Move on.
Oh, my bad. Hey, Connor, Ricky Wall here. Uh, Dojo. I can't believe we have to. I can't believe we're doing that Everybody's Heroes issue where Cap had to keep Doom alive while everyone tries to kill him.
Oh boy. Yep.
Well, I don't know, man. Anyways, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and Cauldron. You'll understand why. Cauldron.
There you go.
And
There
don't
you
eat
go.
people's tarts without their permission.
Gotcha.
It'll all make sense later.
Will do. And together we are the Fanatics here to bring you the news and reviews of the week audience. And in our special Tuesdays, we give you the reviews. We have some Captain America topic, some G.I. Joes, your Red Hulk, your Twisted Wonderland, even going as far as space to talk about some noble stuff. So, all right, and now do the social switch.
I forgot I was doing Nova for a second. I was like, what?
It was you were the one who put that on, man.
Yeah, I read. I'm prepared. I just forgot.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, first of all, subscribe because I said so. You know, you can also follow our Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. You know, that's when you get updated when we're going live, which is mostly every Monday and Tuesday. Mostly.
Mhm.
You can find me on my Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. Sometimes I post stuff. Patience is a virtue. Okay. You can also find me on Blue Sky and Letterbox and also Tumblr at Northstar Aria. You can support my Ko-Fi at Witch of Jotunheim. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram for some cool commissions if you're interested in spending money on some cool art. Anyways, Jake is currently multiversal traveling, which I thought was my job, but whatever. Who gives a shit anymore? Cryptid is in the same spot, and Austin is just chilling as a wall.
There you
Yeah,
have
that's
it.
it for me.
So, all right then. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get on to the comments of the week audience. So, let's start us off with Captain America number 5, aka issue number 776. We gotta keep the legacy number.
Why they do Thor like that?
Okay, yeah. Okay, that is one point down for this book. It's just the cover, man. Like, especially since we know what the story's about. Like, the cover really doesn't seem to fit the story. You know?
You get
Yeah.
used to it.
Yeah.
To be fair, one of them is in the book.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just one of them. Yeah. But anyway, so this is the conclusion to the Our Secret Wars events from just Zarsky's run. Wow, really, really intense. I mean, after the fallout, what happened last issue, after David Colton had like his big snapping moment after realizing what the military was originally intending to do over here in Latveria. Yeah, and Steve right now he's not aware of what David found out. So right
Oh,
now,
you'll find out.
yep, right now Steve is trying to communicate with David, trying to reach out with him as communicators, and at the same time he's trying to tell the Laverian soldiers to stand down because right now Doom he's out of commission. Right, Cap gave him a pretty thorough beating in the last issue. He's like telling the soldiers, "Look, you just go home right now. Like this is getting crazy, this and that." And he even goes and talks to the rebel leader of Latveria, Wolf, right? And some dialogue happens between the two, and Cap ends up convincing him as to where where David Colton might be striking, which is a barricade where all the other Laverian soldiers are at, because in the last issue, David's last words were "kill them all." So they're like, "Oh, what does he mean by that?" Yikes! So Steve goes, and you find out that one of those Snake Eyes wannabes did manage to survive, and she has a score to settle with David now too. So yikes! All right. And we do get some flashbacks to like David's past, like after he took a temporary leave of absence from the military, he goes back to his mother, and like he's just not the same person anymore. Like everything he's been through during his services, like he could tell that his mother doesn't even recognize who he is anymore. Like damn. Okay,
Yeah,
so
usually what happens, sadly.
exactly, Now look at Steve and his generation. Like they didn't shy away from that either. Neither Steve, Bucky, Namor, or Jim Hammond, they weren't the same persons coming out of World War II.
I don't
So
think anyone really leaves war the same, but you know what? I could be wrong.
exactly, I mean that's the
I
point. I
think
mean
this
you
is
look at
common knowledge.
yep.
Only
I
if you
mean,
see combat. Some people, get lucky.
hmm there you go. So you see Steve, he's going in with his motorbike, and he does end up finding the girl that David saved. Yeah, she's pretty much the only survivor left from the group of American civilians that David was originally here to save. But of course, his other allies had a secret mission in killing all of them. So she's a bit traumatized. Steve recognizes that she's American, and she tells him about David, how he saved her and told her to wait here, and she points him to the barracks where David is at, right where all the soldiers are at, and Steve. This is where Steve finds David. Let me bring it up. Oh yeah, David ends up killing all the Laverian soldiers in that barracks. Like damn. This is his nuke moment, audience. Like, oof. At this point, like, he's just telling Steve, look, we've lost sight of what we were supposed to be about, which is freedom. These soldiers were denying their people their freedom. Like, oof. Yeah, some hard punching dialogue happens here, audience. Steve, like, we're not at war. This was just a rescue mission, David. Come on, let's just go. We got the girl. We can leave. And then David, no, he feels like he has blood on his hands and he has to stay here and fix this country. You do see like one soldier who's on the ground, barely survived David's onslaught, and he's like, please just let me go. And that's when David threw his shield at him, only for Cap to throw his shield too to save that soldier's life. And that's when the fight commences between the two. Oh, I think we lost Witch. All right, you can still hear me, right? Hello?
Oh, I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, Witch's phone must have overheated again. So anyway, the fight Yep. So anyway, the fight commences between David and Steve, and it's a pretty even fight, I gotta say. Like, especially when you look at the flashback, right? You actually do get a date as to David's time in the service because he was advised to write a journal from his first day enlisting to his last. Bring Witch back. Hey, Witch. Witch, you there?
That's how it be, man.
Oh, did you do? Okay, Witch, you there?
Hi.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. Like I said, my phone hates me because I never have fucking storage no matter what I do.
Gotcha. But anyway, as I was saying, like the fight is happening between Steve and David, right? And it's a pretty even fight, and you do get a glimpse of the flashback, like David basically giving his last letter to his mother, saying like all the blood in my hands just cannot be for nothing, And you actually do get a date as to his time in the service, which was from January 2002 to September 2006. So at this point, David, at minimum, had just as much years of service in the military as Steve. And that's a tidbit of information there. So yeah, the fight commences, and before the fight could really conclude, you see that Snake Eyes wannabe gal. She manages to get herself. Oh, what was that, Austin?
No, my bad. So
Oh,
sound a
okay.
lot of sound came on my side. I was trying to turn it off.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Anyway, so that Snake Eyes wannabe gal comes in, and she's looking to kill both Steve and David. Her words were, "I am so sick of all you fucking Captain Americas." And this is like one of those.
Barely know Steve.
I know. And this is kind of like one of those character defining moments I like that he added here to David, because despite the fight that's ensuing between him and Steve, David still picks up the shield and takes the bullets to protect Steve Rogers, right? Unfortunately, it seemed like he gets shot, but he was able to throw the shield and knock out the Snake Eyes wannabe, right? And he
That's what
does.
happened. I was confused. I was when I was
Mhm.
reading it, I thought he was the way he explained something in a minute. I thought he was dying because of that.
Oh well, it could be because of that. Let me bring up that picture actually, right? So yeah, after David knocks out that Snake Eyes wannabe, this is something I brought up previously when I first saw David. There has to be some drawback to his super soldier serum because there has never been a perfected one. Steve is the only perfected recipient of the serum, right?
Fuck you, MCU.
Well, mm, physicality wise, I don't know if because to make a perfect candidate for the super soldier serum, it doesn't just have to affect your body; it also has to affect your mind, your mental capacity as well. I don't
Yeah,
know if
but I think
that's
it's more like it already depends on the person. Like it could be a perfect serum won't fix a broken person in a sense, you know?
yeah, true. But in this case, you see David, he's falling on the ground, like his hand is at his chest. He's saying, like, look, the science guys never could replicate the super soldier process without some drawbacks. So yeah, he's having a cardiac arrest here, audience.
Oh my god, Doom used
Oh.
the Death Note, guys.
I know. Like, shit, don't die, David, man. Look, you see him with a tear in his eyes. He basically spends his last breaths trying to tell Steve. He told Steve everything about what Thaddeus Ross assigned the soldiers to actually do, which was kill all the Americans witnesses that were here. And he also says, like, I
So I
need
think
you
it's
to tell.
crazy. That's like the most Thaddeus Ross thing.
Hmm.
Tell you what about Thaddeus Ross, he does care about America and
Oh yeah,
people.
definitely.
He gets blinded by the Hulk stuff sometimes, but
Hmm.
he's never just been like, oh, just let all the hostages die type person. So it's weird like apparently like he gave the order.
Yeah, I don't know if he gave that order or if it was one of the councils or the other generals who gave that order. Either way, Thaddeus Ross is going to be basically the face of this of the lead up to this mission. And
Yeah.
David is like saying, "Look, if I don't make it, it was worth it. If I got a chance to save that little girl at least, So damn. It's
I
felt
hope he
like it
don't.
was. Yeah, it felt like it was a sad conclusion. Then a time skip happens 1 month later, right? You see you see in the military base, doctors operating on David and Steve coming in, he's in handcuffs. Turns out after the mission in Liberia, Steve went AWOL, right? Because after finding out what the original mission of this was, he wanted to take the time and actually look at America of today. He actually wanted to explore it, talk to the people, understand all the bad as well as all the good.
I don't understand why that would get him arrested.
Well,
Well,
he's in the military
right now
service.
he's seen as American property and
Hmm.
owned by the
Yeah, but he's still a person that's allowed to go wherever the fuck he wants. He's been doing this shit forever.
Yeah,
Well, unless he was in ICE, I
but
don't know.
on
Anyway,
duty,
so
which
fuck
is
the
on duty.
government.
Yeah.
If you
It's
take
not.
anything away from this episode, audience, fuck the government.
It's
Oh,
not the government situation. If you're on a tour or on duty and you abandon that duty, you will be arrested. That's just simple.
Also, but they should, but you have to follow the Constitution, not the government. So
Yeah, especially since
anyways,
yeah, especially since
and
this
finish
was
the books
one
before
month.
my phone hates me, please.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, Steve basically gives his Rambo moment here, right? Saying like, look, America's not perfect, and that hasn't changed, but I'll never stop fighting for it. The people of this country and this world are worth fighting for. Let me see if I can find the exact quotes here. Look, and Steve says, I'm requesting a discharge. I'll serve the people of this country, help them where I can, but if you need me for missions, I choose which ones to take. And you better not be hiding anything, because otherwise you better pray I don't come for you next. Like he's telling this to Ross. It's like, damn. Okay, Ross is like not having this. He's like saying you're government property, basically, Steve. You cannot talk to a commanding officer like that. And that's when we get the other Avenger in the room, Tony Starks. He comes in, and early on in this comic, like he did extend an invitation.
Oh God, I just thought about that. We always talking about how this slide, like the sliding timeline, how that affects Steve. Think about how it affects everyone else.
Yep.
That means Tony's big turnaround moment was whatever a made up war between the late 2000 like 1990s.
Well, originally it was the Vietnam War that Tony Stark's origin was at.
Yeah, since the nature of the Marvel timeline is kind of weird, they change. If you're able to change the wars, or like any other historic event, they're gonna do it. For some characters, it is a little bit harder, but they figure out a way by not bringing it up.
Yep,
it's weird in Tony's sense, since it like if Steve's joining the Avengers now, this is post 2006.
Yeah,
that means Tony's still doing the Iron Man bodyguard, by the way. This is really early Tony. So that means his like a war on terrorism or a war they made up right before that.
Well, pretty much think of it as like Iron Man 1's movie. Basically, they had to do an updated version of Tony being in the Middle East. So anyway, Steve, he comes in. He basically gives the whole spiel like, "Hey, what would you rather lose, Thaddeus Ross? The resources of Stark Industries or the resources of the greatest soldier of all time?" So Steve accepts his invitation. Oh, and you find out that Tony Stark actually uses his industry to actually put a heart-saving machine inside David. So he basically has an arc reactor in his chest now. So David is alive, audience. So that's good. I mean, again, this would not have been the last time we see David, because too much investment is already in the character. I know some people were iffy about like Chip Zdarsky's depiction on the American military in this arc, but none of the criticisms I ever saw were directed specifically at David. So he does have a following. Can't wait to see more of him. And as for Steve, he joins the Avengers because the Avengers do more of what Steve wants to do for the world, which is save the day, stop the bad guys, not this whole. Oh, what was that, Austin?
I think the ability to choose our own fights.
There you go. So yeah, that's really how the first arc ends. Oh, had a lot of intense moments, audience. I gotta say, I'm sure we're going to see David Colton pop up in that Armageddon event, at some point. See what happens.
I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to be one of the person to get the order boxes.
Oh yeah, now the question is, what will it be? So David, taller than Steve, has the body of a super soldier, has a arc reactor on his chest, and what else would he need? And of course, he's going to have to get a new name at some point, because that's really the thing. If you're having like multiple Captain Americas, Steve is going to be the poster boy for Captain Americas, and everybody else kind of has to have their own a side name to fall back on. Like,
Oh, I just
Sam-
fucking blinded myself. Oh my god.
Gotcha.
No, it's because
White water.
I have a light bulb that I was able to actually use now, and it's super bright.
Okay.
Put on a white light, a white picture, and just black yourself.
You have no idea how many times I've changed lights in jobs, and the number one complaint I get from people is that, hey, it's too bright now, because you're so used to the previous setting, you know. So take some time.
Yeah, that's what happened in the bathroom recently.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, this was a fine conclusion to the first arc of Chip Zdarsky's Captain America run. I do kind of feel like the fight was kind of rushed a bit between Steve and David, and I'm glad
It was.
Chip. Yep, and I'm glad Chip went the route of like not making David the actual villain, because I said early on in the first issue, I will be okay if there's just disagreements between Steve and David. That's happened with Steve and many of the other Caps in history. But to make him a villain, no, I would not be okay with that. In this situation, he's still a good person, He wants to make all the stuff he's been through mean something at the end of the day. And that's something I'll support, So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Okay. You guys have final thoughts before I move on?
No.
I liked it. I liked it. The fight was kind of rushed, and hold up, my phone blacked out. There you go. I'll be scared. My phone sometimes black out, and then it cuts me out sometimes. I never know.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Tony coming in the way he did, it caught me off guard. I saw the cover, but I wasn't actually expecting to see the Avengers recruitment moment in the book.
Yeah,
If anything, I was expecting him to meet Wasp first. I feel like that would have been the person you took in to talk to Steve first. Than the fucking Tony.
Yeah, I know.
No, because that's his boyfriend. We know this.
Yeah. Okay.
All the Stony shippers who are going to be watching this are like, "Whoa, you're a Stony shipper." No, I'm not.
They love that shit.
Everybody has.
I'm not a Stony shipper, guys. I need to preface that.
It's crazy for that for interview.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, look forward to the next arc, this and that, and with that, we can move on, audience. So,
you guys ready to talk about zombies?
Go ahead.
Okay,
this was
we're talking about Everything Dead and Dying, issue 3.
Yay! I gotta say right off the bat, this has a better cover than the last comic we talked about. So yeah. So
I mean, it fits the vibe of the book. Okay, I have higher praises for a lot of indie comics than Big 2 at this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we start off with Jack just basically explaining how his life definitely full on changed when his daughter was born. They got a surrogate, by the way, because both of her parents who raised her are both not black. I feel like I should preface that. They are both white.
Gotcha.
Just remember that. They got a surrogate. Don't worry, it's fine. Basically it's like we see her growing up and everything until as you can see from the cover, she is a zombie now. She's stuck at that age, at age 10 at the oldest. So basically we see her at the bottom of the first panel, poking a dead animal, and she's like, "What's dead?" Because little kids are gonna ask questions like that all the time. We know this. And so basically Jack tries to explain what death is and everything like that, and at first she was like, "Oh, but he's just sleeping, right?" And no, it's a lot more than that. Death is forever and everything. You quick moving, breathing, all that other stuff, but hey, death is a part of life. I feel like we can all agree on that. And everything like that. And so basically he tries to reassure her that it's all right, don't be sad. And she's like, "But I don't want you to die," And then cut to the next panel, on the next page specifically. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Where we see her as a zombie, with her dead zombie dad on the ground, because like I said, he also got turned into a zombie. How this apocalypse happened, we're not getting into it right now. Because guess what? Jack is pissed the fuck off and he's ready to shoot some people. What would you do in this situation, man? I would have done the same shit, dude. I know he's not fully well up there in the head, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. So basically, someone moves their direction. The kid, Zeke, that's his name or whatever the fuck his name is, shoots a wooden thing and everything like that. And so Jack basically takes this kid hostage, and he's like, "Drop the gun, like you throw away like your firearms." Basically, it's getting everyone to drop their guns so that no one gets hurt. Okay,
Yeah.
no one gets fucking hurt.
Yeah.
At the same time, some of them are like a bit like hesitant and everything like that. And also, one of them got bit by the zombies, but don't worry about it; it's fine.
Yep.
And the one sane person out of this entire group of like survivors that pulled up to Jack's house is like, okay, he's like, oh look, I don't want any trouble, but you did force our hand and everything like that. And like Samuel's trying to like see eye to eye with Jack about everything, but guess what? Jack ain't fucking hearing it, dude. He ain't fucking hearing it. And so they go behind the wagon kind of tractor thingy. And so before Zeke can run away, he is knocked out by Jack and everything. While people are shooting at him. People are shooting. It's not fun. Some people get shot.
Yep.
I mean, not my fault. You killed his husband. That ain't my fault, okay, Krypton? Okay, Austin, it ain't my fault. Anyway, so Jack and Daisy, and with the past and the knocked out Zeke, they drive the tractor out into the town. They're going downtown, But and also one of the horses ran away. Not important about the horse. I just wanted to bring that up. Anyway, so they're driving, and Jack is like, "Oh, don't worry," to Daisy, by the way. It's like, "Oh, don't worry, like everything's gonna go back to normal real soon. I swear it. I always keep you safe and everything." So we cut back in time, where we see, where we see Jack and his family get a lot of shit for shit that they can't control. Basically calling them slurs and stuff. I'm like, yo, what did they do to you? They're just vibing, okay? Especially this kid. What did this kid do to you? Okay?
Yeah.
She didn't do nothing. But don't worry. On the next page, that racist guy gets punched in the face.
Okay. For the next
Did I
page.
send that? Did I still show that? Yeah. Can you go?
Let's see.
No. Go back. There you go. Just stay there for a little bit. Yeah. So he gets punched. And so we cut over to like a meat factory, okay? Where Zeke is woken up by like water to the face, he's tied up to a chair and everything. And obviously Zeke is freaking out, a little bit. And Jack is like, okay, you're fine. My daughter ain't hungry. Quit spooking her and she won't touch you, We will learn soon about these zombies in a little bit and everything like that. Yeah. And so basically, obviously, he's pissed off. He's like, you guys came over to my house, destroyed my house, you killed my husband, and you expect me not to be pissed? So, yeah. So basically, he's about to shoot this kid, and Zeke is like, do it. I don't give a shit. See if I care. And so then we cut back to the town with the rest of the survivors. They're seeing all the zombies and everything like that. But guess what? They aren't hungry. Can you go to the next picture? Picture you just put up? Yeah. Yeah. Right there. They're not hungry, but they're not satisfied. That's what Samuel says, You get the idea. Basically, we also cut back to Jack and Zeke and everything like that. All that jazz while going through the people in the town. You know how it be. So yeah, Zeke is like, just fucking kill me, dude. I don't give a shit. I was born into like a world with no fucking future. Like, who gives a shit? But hey, I came here looking for a future, but guess what? It ain't here either. So fucking shoot me. He's not gonna shoot the goddamn kid, okay? He was low key bluffing, okay? Yeah. But at the same time, the rest of the survivors are trying to find him and everything like that. So that's fun. They go across this bridge. They find him. They bang on the door and they're like, "Hey, Jack, are you in there?" And then so we cut back over to a flashback with a lovely family moment, where all three of them are just laughing and having a good time. You know how it be. Anyways, we cut back to the fun parts, the zombie parts. Okay, the zombie parts are always fun, guys. Anyway, so Sam is trying to like talk talk to Jack and get through their senses, and all this other stuff. And he's not fucking hearing it. And at first he was like that, but then over time he was like, okay, fine. Head to the bridge. No tomfoolery, no guns, and we'll end this here. And Daisy looks at Zeke she's just like, do not test my patience, because she is still a zombie. I need to preface that. She might not be hungry, and she might not fully act like a zombie, but she still is a zombie. Okay? So, we cut over to the bridge. Okay? And it's raining and everything like that. So they meet at the bridge. Zeke is there, he gets let go, but before he tries to do anything, he sees his horse, okay? And he tries to go run to the horse. But guess what?
What?
Can you go to the next picture? I think I put this picture.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
Oh.
Go back. Okay. Yeah, so basically Daisy bites his arm. And Jack basically pulls her back. He was like, oh no, I fed her, she was fed and everything like that. And he's like, what the fuck, man? I don't want, holy shit, And so basically one of the asshole survivors shoots Daisy in the arm. Yeah. And so Zeke is like, what's the fucking point? I fucking hate this shit. What's the fucking point? And now you can go to the next picture. Fucking shoots himself in the head.
Oh, man.
Lovely. Mm-hmm. Everyone is obviously shook because they're like, holy shit, he actually did it. And so one of the assholes is like, die, and basically, obviously Jack's trying to save his daughter, because that's his family. And so basically we get a bit of a flashback of the first moments between Jack and Daisy and everything like that. But at the same time, we see the zombie version of her fall into the river.
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay.
While Sam and Jack are now fighting. They're throwing hands. And everything like that. So, we cut to I don't remember what it was called. But one of those mills, I guess you could say, it's a water mill or something like that. So we see a person walk in, the survivor walk in, and then we see a bloodied person with their shadow concealed face, And so then we cut to two more survivors, and then they find Caverton Farms, which is where Jack goes every day to do farming stuff. Yeah. And so that's where the issue ends.
Want to bring up the last picture? The last picture?
Yeah, go to the last picture. Yeah. Thoughts?
Okay, looks intense. What's going on here?
They killed Daisy, man. They killed her, man. She might be fine, but I cannot guarantee or deny anything. But yeah, it was when I first read it, I was on the bus and I read it and I was like, oh my god, they killed her, man. What the fuck? He was trying to live. Jack was trying to live with his family and vibe, Kills the mailman. Those motherfuckers killed the mailman, destroyed his house, and then killed his husband and now his daughter. If the motherfucker ain't zombified or dead at this point, he's out for revenge. I already know it.
Oh,
trust.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait till next month, guys. Wait until December.
There you go.
That's it for me.
Good issue. I mean, it gave us a quota of the horror art after all, which you always bring up. So
look, Tate Bromble has not failed me yet. So go read it.
Gotcha. Well, alright then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next book. Austin, if you're still here with us.
Okay. Shit, I was trying to do something, but I got you.
Wait, Austin, you want me to do my book in that case? And
no, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get back into my room. I'm here.
All right, you gotcha. All right.
Predator Kills the Marvel Universe #4, and this one was just more of everyone dying.
Yeah. Damn. You see heroes literally strung upside down as corpses on.
Yeah.
Damn.
They have Doctor Strange, Elektra, Daredevil, all strung up, ready to be scanned. And I know the original didn't scan them because of how popular they are.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, one of the Punisher decides, like, hey, that's a cool shirt, Frank Castle. Let me take it.
Yeah, it takes Frank Castle's shirt. You get to see. Also, they killed Vulture and Green Goblin as well. And then the
Yeah.
next panel, you see them. What picture is that in?
Next picture. Let me bring it up. Oh yeah, when they're killing.
Oh yeah,
all
there you
the
go. I don't say that word.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
can see. So in New York, you can mess up now.
Yeah, I was thinking like, Dr. Octopus is just doing pretty good against them, only to realize, oh wait, they actually cut off one of his hands. Like, damn, dude.
Yeah, he got one, and then that one cut off his hand. But Finn gets killed. Obviously, I don't know why he was even in the park. Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are dead in the water with a predator. I do wish we saw how they kill Luke Cage. I'm sure they're just gonna be like, oh, a vibranium bullet was just able to pierce the skin or something lame like that. But
They just did that with one of the kills here too.
Yeah,
bring it up.
I was trying to figure out the Air Force thing. Who are they shooting?
That was something like they always do.
At the bottom of the page. At the bottom of the page, right here.
The shield.
I guess they could just be Warrior Shield.
Yeah, it just looks like they're just randomly blowing up a bridge. That's really what it looks like.
After that, we get Thor showing up. Finally, all your allies are dead. Thanks for deciding to clock in today.
Yeah.
How many prayers did you have to hear before you say, maybe I should check it out? But I was kind of hoping they were more clever, like how the zombie book was, with having him have to turn back into Donald Blake and stuff.
Yeah.
Here they just, here go a vibranium bullet, strong enough to pierce a god, which isn't a joke anymore because we saw they can just a blade can just cut Hulk and stuff now, so it's not like unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's vibranium is way too strong.
It wasn't just that, because something was special about this specific bullet that apparently was the weight of a mountain or something like that.
It has the power of a gravity well that was dragging him down. And it dragged him down into a boiling pot of lava or magma. I think he kept crashing through the earth until he got down, looked like to the core, and it kept going down. And he was basically stuck in the middle of the planet as he burned to death. Or, just burned forever. I don't think that should kill him.
Yeah. Just has to take that bullet out of his chest and he's all good. But, yeah.
But, yeah, the guy was just randomly wearing a Punisher shirt. Go to the next picture. I got to see what I have.
The next picture is the last image, basically.
Okay, yeah. I do did more for one, so I didn't want to do a lot for this one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you get a Predator just wearing the Punisher shirt for some reason. He's trying to pick up the hammer of Thor. Okay, it comes back up to the lava. Wolverine killed him. Wolverine and Nightcrawler are struggling. Well, against a group of Predators. They get caught in the nets. I don't know if people remember the Predator nets. They grab you and they squeeze you until they cut you into pieces.
Yep.
So Nightcrawler gets a little bit messed up, but he teleports out of it. But they get saved by Spider-Man, who in return gets saved by Iron Man. They're getting attacked. And it's funny, Iron Man's becoming a big part of this book because he wasn't one of the main crossover people.
I know, man.
So watching him be a survivor was interesting. I really do think they should have did Iron Man vs. Predator before Black Panther. I think that would have been a nice progression of technology as they kept going up and up.
Nah, too many bad feelings. Because if they had a crossover like that, there was going to be a Predator Iron Man suit.
Exactly, but they're modeled basically. I want to see Iron Man make the Predator killer.
Okay.
As long as he makes it, I think it's fine. All the Predators don't make it kill their own people.
Okay.
But Iron Man is trying to take them to. I don't think we know exactly where he takes them, but Craven is losing his mind. He's like, "Y'all found Spider-Man? Where is he? He really wants to kill Spider-Man." And I don't know if he wants them to do it or he just wants to do it.
Dude, you already took in
I
the
feel like
head.
he wants to do it, but it's like, bro, with all the people you done killed, Spider-Man's not your biggest target anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you killed the whole field. You killed the Fantastic Four. Like, you killed the X-Men. But
Him
Spider-Man.
personally, he just killed Hulk. He murdered Hulk personally.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot bigger fish than Spider-Man. I guess because Spider-Man keeps getting away from you, but come on now.
Yeah.
We get the Predator X. People don't remember. One of the Predators got left behind and put into the Weapon X program, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically just mind-controlled Predator. As this happens, Sue Storm is still on the ship. And she is going to blow up the core and destroy the whole ship and everything. And all the Predators on board. Because as you killed Ben, you killed Johnny, you killed my Reed, you killed my family. And now she's just going to kill yours to blow the whole thing up.
Yeah.
But she gets attacked by
the King.
I want to say the Alpha Predator.
Mm-hmm. They did say in the dialogue that, look, you're not chosen to be the leader of the Predators because of, your leadership or your skills. You're chosen to be the leader because you're the strongest killer amongst them all. Like, damn.
So the question is, does he have something on him right now that can get to her shields, basically?
Let's say vibranium.
And knowing them, I'm sure they'll be like, oh, well, for some reason, Black Panther is like, you know what, maybe I'm going to have to kill Sue Storm tomorrow. I just made this anti-telekinetic shield thing.
Oh, it's funny you should bring up T'Challa.
That's exactly why I brought it up. Because I hate that we see T'Challa, and you all basically just what he said, I'll save the black people. And he has Sam here, like full Sam gear.
Falcon.
Full Falcon, old gear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, out of all the people you saved, you only saved one other black man.
Oh, he was too late to say.
Like, how long did it go on before you even became aware of what's going on? How many heroes died? There's no way you tell me Wakanda didn't know like hours ago.
Exactly. When Sue
y'all can have anti-vibranium weapons in case people try to use your own vibranium against you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like Sue was giving a broadcast to the whole world about the Predators, but yeah,
I know, but he was an Avenger, so having a very tire burn and blow up should, some type of alert out or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like not knowing like the X-Men stuff died.
Mm-hmm.
But like shit, Avengers start dying, so like telling you put else fail stations hard.
Mm-hmm.
Even Reed had that thing of, automatically when I die, this shit gonna play for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But next issue, we're getting the team up. I don't think it's the last book.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that.
It is the last issue. This final epic showdown.
Dude, that's gonna be condensed as heck, man. It felt like you need 2 more issues left to give a.
To be fair, there's only 3 fights left now. But Black Panther had to come with them to fight the main horde on the planet, and Sue had to kill the main guy on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Predator X joins her up there.
Right.
So I feel like you can do one issue, but I just don't think like that. 2 will be best. But it's probably just, all these 5-issue events feel rushed. But if you do 10 issues, it's too long. I think I got to do like 7. I think 7 is the magic number.
Don't you just miss it back in the days where comics didn't have to follow the numbering system of a trade audience? I miss those days. Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if you like the Kill series, this is not a bad entry.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it suffers like the way all of them suffer. That some of the kills, while some of the kills are imaginative, they're not that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thor's death could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Hulk, like say what you want about Hulk's death, it was at least unique in how they did it. It was simple. It wasn't a death fitting Hulk, but the way he did it was interesting. Here, just like, oh, shot you, you fell, and you just drowned in lava, I guess.
I mean, technically, you could have done that with Hulk as well. You know?
Yeah, at least the Hulk was like, oh, we just sucked the gamma out of him, and then I hit him with this special poison knife he couldn't regenerate. So what was it out?
Gotcha.
I was like, you could just make gravity well things for everybody at that point. And this man's still concerned about a 1v1 versus Spider-Man. I know he's like, here goes my anti-vibranium spider sense machine. Like, what's happening?
Right.
But
well, it is what it is.
decent issue. I hope the ending fight is epic. I don't care if it's already gonna be brutal. But the heroes got to get. I hope the deaths in the final issue is better than the deaths they've been doing, and I think that'll make up for it as it's a Marvel Kills fan.
Yeah.
So I can put up with that.
Just stick the landing, Marvel. Stick the landing. You know, so.
This is already better than Alien versus Avengers. I can promise you that. But it looks like Cap versus Alien is probably going to be the best of the Alien Predator crossover stuff so far. At least the start of it is.
Yep. Can't wait to see more of that. So, all right. Any final thoughts on this before we move on, Austin?
Do better, Predators.
I know. Do better. You should have Sam Wilson tell him that. You got to do better. You know? So, all right, then. With that, we'll move on to the next book, audience. So, we're talking about Red Hulk, issue number 10, the last issue of this tie-in to One World Under Doom, audience. And I gotta say, the cover is not misleading. We finally got that battle between Red Hulk and that American traitor Warwolf. You know? So, yeah. Basically, this is Thaddeus Ross going into his mission in Latveria with, his squad. You have Machine Man, Deathlock, and Wild Streak. Let me bring up the picture. Wait, what the heck? Sorry, wrong one. Right there. They arrive at Latveria and they find his hideout to be in Mount Doom. Yeah, Doom put carved a statue of his face on one of the mountains in Latveria. You know?
That's so shitty.
Wow.
I don't know why he did it, but I don't even like it for our thing. Because you look at Mount Rushmore, like the picture, it looks cool. But when then you see the whole mountain, it's like, that's ugly. And then, in the mountain.
Oh, God.
They could have at least just kept carving presidents until the mountain was fully carved or something.
Oh man, that's too much work, man. But hey, it gives us the term of Mount Rushmore of any industry now, you know? Like, who's your Mount Rushmore of your favorite wrestlers, favorite writers, and this and that, you know? So yeah,
stuff. People are iffy about Wonder Woman stuff.
Oh, there you go. You know. But anyway, they go on this mission. And unbeknownst to them, apparently, during Red Hulk's time being experimented by Warwolf, he actually was able to make test subjects who are basically bastardized versions of Red Hulk. You remember in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that other Mr. Hyde guy? The one who took a full jar of Mr. Hyde serum? Yeah, a lot of these are of that caliber, Austin. Let me bring them up. Look at that.
That's fucking gross.
Some of them have like 10 fingers on one hand, man. It is very grotesque. And during this reconnaissance mission, all these monster Red Hulks were able to capture all of Ross's team, and yeah, right now Warwolf has his team hostage, right? So now you have like a one-on-one confrontation between Warwolf and Ross. Warwolf was given the spiel about you don't deserve to be Red Hulk. That's why I'm going to decommission you and build an army out of your DNA. Now put down the gun or your friends die. Ross immediately shoots him in the shoulder. Like, whoa! What the hell?
I don't know if you remember, that used to be Ross's full plan with
Mhm.
with the Hulk. So it is kind of funny to see someone try to do that back to him.
I know. Like this was a role reversal, especially since like basically what Warwolf was doing to Ross, like the experimentation and breaking down the Hulk in him, is exactly something Ross would have been doing to Bruce like 30 years ago, you know? So it's amazing how the tables have turned in this, you know? And I like what Ross had to say here after he shot Warwolf. He's saying, "You think we're the same? I don't need to transform into a monster to prove myself I'm a big man. And I certainly don't need to suckle on the teat of a dictator to get a taste of power." Damn! You lay it on him, Ross. You lay it on him. And like that's when Ross and Warwolf transform and we do get the fight audience. Like, damn. It was epic. They clashed, and yeah, I'll admit it was a fast fight. But at the end of the day, you're talking about a gamma emitting Hulk going up against a furry guy with claws and teeth. You know, this was never going. Werewolf was never going to win this. So Red Hulk. I had wished Red Hulk would have punched this guy to the moon, but he does the next best thing. He rips Warwolf's arm out and literally rips the jaw off of Warwolf. Like, damn, he rips the lower part of his jaw. And all the other experiments, they are so scared of this. They're like, oh, they ran away. They didn't want anything to do with Red Hulk after this.
Coward?
Yeah.
I say cowards fight for me. I did. I
Hey,
specifically.
they're just showing who themselves that they know who's boss, Austin, So all right. They leave and that's when Red Hulk, now reunites with his team. This is where you expect like the series to end, right? Yay, we stopped Warwolf and all the other Red Hulk experiments. No. Because you see, this is where Red Hulk turns to that one soldier lady, and he's telling her, "Give it to me." Oh, like the girls, like the soldiers, like saying, "Okay, look, we need to talk about what you're about to do here, Ross." And Ross wasn't having it. He's saying, "Give it to me. That is an order. I made a promise." As she gives Red Hulk what he was asking for, which was a flagpole and the American flag. Oh my God. I remember Red Hulk made that is Ross was making this all throughout the series, right? As soon as he was able to break out of the prison that Doom had him in, and when he saw the footage that the Liberian flag was over the White House, Ross was like, I will not rest until there's an American flag on Liberian soil. Oh shit! He's about to do it! Oh my God! The soldier lady is like saying, Ross, you plant that flag, this place becomes a war zone. Americans, Liberian loyalists, Liberian freedom fighters, and that's just the beginning. Everybody will want a peace. Like, respectfully, think about this, sir. I feel like this was kind of like a choose your own ending sort of moment if this was a video game. Do you plant that flag, audience, or do you not? You were about to say something earlier, Austin?
No, I was going to say. Okay, so I get why he's doing it.
Yeah.
I do think he fought Doom first before he did it.
Yeah. He wanted to. That's why he was in Liberia, but
I
unfortunately,
know, but Doom's already down, I guess. So it's
he
it
takes.
feel like the reboot took a little bit of steam out of his thing, though. But I get how cool the moment is.
Yeah. I mean, he took down one of Doom's top generals, so there was that. But oh man, dude, this was an intense moment. Okay, and over the past couple of months, I've been brushing myself on Latvian history, and I just want to add this, audience. America has saved Latveria twice leading up to this. One during World War II, and one when it came to overthrowing the dictator that was there before Doom. And I would consider this One World Under Doom as once again taking down another dictator in Latveria. So yeah, that's 3 times America's helped Latveria in this situation. So Ross takes a moment, makes his decision. He jumps out and stands on the statue of Doom's face as he plants the American flag over it. Damn the cunt!
Oh, I thought
Damn,
he was gonna do it in the square.
damn the consequences! I'm ready to claim this.
I thought he was gonna throw the Castle Doom and then put it at the top of Castle Doom, like it replaced it where the Latvian flag was.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I'm
he
just
should have listened to that lady, but whatever. Don't listen to me, I guess.
in Red Hulk's defense, man, dude, this guy was
I'm
tortured.
not defending Ted. I'm
Yeah,
not defending no one because this event was so unnecessary.
gotcha. This was an OMG moment. Like,
I don't get why he said that. So regardless, people want to come and try to get their piece of the pie when Doom's
yeah,
not here.
yes,
So it's really just America putting their stake first.
yep.
So
It's gonna
like
be up.
somebody was going to come and try to raid the place the moment they realized Doom was gone.
Exactly, audience. So, and I'd rather it be someone like Hulk who has the country's best intentions in mind. And you know what? I gotta say this. Screw Nick Fury Jr. I believe Red Hulk should have been head of Shield following this event. Like he kind of feels like he should be the Nick Fury stand-in of a modern era.
Because I won't say because I won't say he's not as aggressive as he used to be. Because he's not as volatile as he used to be. I can see him lead a version of Shield that's still super strict, but
Mhm. Yeah.
better than Maria Hill Shield.
Yep. Yeah, I just need that. I just need that level of equality between someone like Captain America and the head of Shield. And I just never got that when Nick Fury Jr. is in the picture. But someone like Thaddeus Ross, the dude's a veteran. He's an old war horse. He can certainly hold his own in a fight. He could duke it up with the best, and he has the country's best intentions in mind. So I'm like. Again, I feel like he should have been the proper head of Shield at a certain point. But yeah, he's still going to be playing a part in Captain America's next upcoming arc. So we'll see where that goes. Wow. He made a promise, audience, and he committed to that promise. Wow.
He's a man of his word, apparently.
Yep. I mean, I was having goosebumps after reading this issue. I mean, my hair is still standing up as I'm describing this moment to y'all. Wow.
How drastically different, like, book got you in which feeling, some type of way.
All right.
I was talking earlier how your book had you going like ooh ah and all this stuff on the train on the bus, and how patriotism here is reaching him. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah. Again, if anything, this is America coming to Liberia's aid because those civilians certainly are going to need some assistance after what Doom has done to them. So yeah.
Knowing what I know about history, I don't know how well this is gonna go in the long term, but you know what? We'll have to see what happens. That's all I'm gonna say.
From the solicitations I saw.
R.I.P. Austin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, wonder if I should give him a quick minute before I tell him this what I heard about the solicitations in Captain America's book following. Okay, Austin's
You
back.
could just text it
Oh,
to him.
gotcha. Oh, okay. Austin's back. All right. From what can you hear us, Austin?
Yeah.
Gotcha. From what I read in the solicitations, right? Red Hulk, he's going to be a big figure in the upcoming Captain America arc, and apparently he's going to make damn sure that the next upcoming. Apparently, there's going to be somebody who's going to be trying to take the spot of Doom. And Red Hulk is going to do all he can to stop that. The second coming of Doom. So see where that goes. So yeah, that's really it for this issue. Benjamin Percy, I have not seen a bad book from you at all. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, dude.
I wonder how that's gonna go down. I get removing a dictator, but stopping the people from getting one of their own guys from rising. I guess if it's a Latvian person rising up, I think that's kind of. I think that's a weird situation you got to talk about.
Okay, so you're saying,
but if it's like another villain coming in, but you know what, Doom's not here. I guess I'll take his place. It's fine.
Oh, so you're saying that all the citizens of Latveria should vote on their next leader?
No.
Okay. So how would you handle it? How would you all handle it?
The problem is the moment the vote.
Don't ask me about how to run a country. I don't know do shit.
The problem with the vote is that we did that, and then Doom just came back and said, "What the fuck?" and then he ended all that anyway. So you have to have somebody who can hold the status quo until Doom gets back.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing Doom, he probably has a leader in mind in his will.
Yeah.
I personally think Victoria should probably take over until he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So while she didn't really betray Doom in the situation, but she does love Latveria. I think she could be a good leader until he gets back.
Gotcha. Either that, or it's probably going to be that rebel leader from the Captain America arc. Wolf. It'll be kind of a unique twist if you're telling me a freedom fighter ends up becoming the leader of the country, and then see how that goes.
You also have they had the war with Samaria where what that girl's name? Still stable stuff from whatever it's called.
So
I can see them trying to move in to be take over and add it to their country, which is right next to it.
There you go. Again, it's a piece of the pie at this point, audience. Everybody's gonna want to go after Doom's tech.
So. Yeah, there's a power vacuum right now in Latveria, which usually goes depending on where you're at and who's involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it depends on what's the major stuff that come out of this is what's in Doom's dungeon and what secret project he has in the castle. And we have books that's going to cover both of those things.
Yep.
As long as those books don't take too long to come out, I think they'll be fine, and we can move on with our lives.
That's true. But anyway, yep, that's Red Hulk, audience, for you. Loved it. Getting the trades of this as soon as they come out. So, all right, with that, we can move on.
How do you feel about Red Hulk design?
Oh wait. Red Hulk's design?
Yeah.
I think Red Hulk was cool. I mean, I didn't notice anything particular. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, he does look a lot. He is reminding me a lot of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That other hide.
Yes.
Maybe it's because of the haircut.
Yeah. That's what was bothering me.
Okay. Yeah.
How he looked.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a bad Red Hulk design. It's just not the normal Red Hulk design.
Gotcha. Okay, then. Guess with that, we can move on to the next topic, audience.
Cool. I'm finally gonna be able to talk about Twisted Wonderland episodes 3 and 4, guys. Yay! Fucking fun. We're just gonna, whenever I said change it to a picture, we'll go from there. But anyways, not important. This is from episode 4, by the way, but we're gonna start off with episode 3. So basically, it starts off with a recap from episode 2, where Crowley was like, "Oh yeah, you 3 are gonna get expelled if you don't get this fucking rock from this cave to power up the light in the cafeteria." So that's where we're starting off. We're starting off with those 3, Ace, Deuce, and Yukin, pulling up to this cave. But they stopped at a house, by the way. They stopped at a house that housed 7 people. Okay.
Oh my god.
I know, right? Wild. But don't worry, not too long afterwards, Grim pulls up and he's like, "Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna be the leader, and we're gonna go into this cave, and then we're gonna get the rock, and then we're gonna leave, and then go back to the school. No problem. Then he gets spooked, and then the other three, take the lead because, of course. And so, they start digging. They start digging away. They can't find anything. Ace and Deuce and Grim are like bickering, especially Ace and Deuce, because of course they do. And so Yukin hears like a mysterious voice. Okay, they hear a voice. And then we find out, we see an overblock version of what looks like one of the 7 dwarves. Which one? Who gives a shit? It does not matter. So yeah, they have to they're still bickering, by the way, even though they're hiding for cover while they're gonna be attacked by this giant monster of horrors. Okay, of horrors. Yeah. And so basically, they're like, okay, what's the deal? We gotta make up a plan. And Yukin's like, I got it. I got you. Okay, get y'all shit together. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna go back into the cave. Even though we're still in the cave, we're gonna go full on into the cave. We're gonna fight this guy. If it doesn't work, we're gonna take this outside. This was after we find out that Deuce has a secondary side to him, but we're gonna get back to that another day. So they do the plan. So Ace distracts the guy, the monster guy, for a bit, and then Grim pulls up, does this fire thing, how it be, and everything like that. And this was after Yukin basically left the monster out of the cave. And so basically, we cut to Deuce. It was his turn for this, and you know what he summons?
What?
He summons a cauldron.
Oh.
And then another one. And then another one. And then another one.
Wonder what color cauldrons they are.
They're black cauldrons. Because he couldn't think of like a super heavy thing, so the heaviest thing he thought of off the top of his head was cauldron, which is a real thing that he does. He summons a lot of cauldrons in his day.
Bro, you have to summon a whale.
He couldn't, dude. I don't know if whales exist in this universe. Anyways, not important.
Okay.
Not important. Anyways, so they thought they defeated the monster guy, and they're like, yeah, let's go back and get the stone. The monster wakes up, and it's like, stone, rah! And before the monster can attack them, it is defeated by a very powerful magic. And guess who pulls up?
Who?
Batman.
Riddle, Cater, and Trey, right? Which we'll get to the other 2 later. But mostly we got to worry about Riddle. And so Riddle is like, wow, you guys can't even defeat such a simple beast. Wow. Well, Ace, Deuce, you guys are in big ass trouble because you weren't there to sing when a hedgehog fucking sneezed. So now y'all are coming back with me, and y'all are gonna get dealt with. Trust. Trust. And so basically, Riddle gets Cater and Trey to bring him back to Heartslebule, and Yukin is like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? We're doing something here. Like, what the fuck? And so Riddle is like, don't fucking worry about what we're doing, outsider. He literally calls Yukin an outsider, but don't worry about it. Like, this is matters that are involved for our dorm. Bye. And so he leaves. And so Yukin and Grim, they go get the fucking rock. They get the Mage Stone. They bring it back to Crowley. Everyone is not expelled. Yippee! 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 Anyways, so basically the episode ends with like a trial at Heartslebule because, Riddle is a stickler for the fucking rules, because of course he is. I love Riddle, but I couldn't stay in Heartslebule. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you there, dude. Anyways, so we cut to the credits. You know how this goes, and then we get a little vignette at the end. Okay, so this one is about Jade is like a little bit stressy. He's a little stressed out about something, and so Rook, he's like, yo, what's good, in his French accent. Okay, I'm not gonna attempt French because I don't wanna. And so Jade is like, oh yeah, so since Azul is at a house warden meeting, we're gonna get fucked in sales and everything like that, so we were wondering if you wanted to help. And so Rook was like, yeah. Floyd and Jade were like, cool. And so basically, we cut to the Mastro Lounge in Octinaville. And yeah, first the Tweels, that's what they're called, by the way, the twin eels. Get it? Anyways,
Yeah.
so they're like, where the fuck is Rook? And then we see Rook like serving a strawberry soda to a customer, and he's like going over the top because that's Rook for you. And so Floyd is like, oh wait, I want to do that too. That sounds like fun. And so now they made it a game to see like who can upsell who. And so by the end of the little vignette, Jade is like, oh my god, we got money, we got shit, oh my god. You know, all the good stuff you want to hear about a business. Anyways, that's where episode 3 ends. Now we cut to episode 4. So it starts off at Ramshackle. That's where all the U's stay. Okay, they stay in this dingy ass house. Okay. Anyway, so he's chilling, and so he hears a knock at the door, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Just kidding. He doesn't hear that first. He actually gets a dream from Alice in Wonderland, because that is a thing that happens in the game. And so basically, he has a dream about Alice asking the card soldiers, like, "Why the fuck are you painting the roses red?" And they're like, because the queen's a bitch and we have to, or else it's off with our heads. You guys know the movie Alice in Wonderland. You don't need me to fucking explain this movie to you. Anyways, yeah, going back to it, we hear a knock at the door, okay? And so you and Grim like pull up to the door, and they're like, who the fuck is it? And the person on the other side of the door is like, yo, it's me, Ace. And so Yukin opens the door, and we see that Ace got collared by Riddle, okay? Not in a kinky way or anything, but it's a part, like, it's his signature spell. Like, anyone who knows that knows that. And so Yukin's like, what the hell happened? And so Ace was like, oh yeah, when I got after that trial thing, I was like super tired and I was super hungry, so I went to the fridge and I saw these tarts, and I ate one of the tarts, and then Riddle caught me, and then he collared me. It wasn't fun. And so Yukin, you know, being reasonable as he is, he's like, yeah, well, that was your fucking fault. You ate it without permission. And Grim, being smart for once, he's like, oh yeah, they were probably saving it for like a birthday shindig or something like that. And keep in mind, Ace was like, what the hell? Like, I thought you were supposed to be on my side. And keep in mind, Ace is in the wrong here. He ate something that he wasn't supposed to. Okay. And so Yukin allows Ace to stay at Ramshackle for the night, but he has to go apologize to Riddle, right? Obviously. And so after Ace gets spooked by the ghosts who live in Ramshackle, it's the morning time, you know. And so Ace is woken up by knocks at the door. It's Deuce. We're vibing. And so all 4 of them decide to stop by Hartslebule to apologize to Riddle, right? So they go through the portals, okay, through the Hartslebule portal, because all the other dorms besides Ramshackle are pretty far away on campus, okay?
Yeah.
And so they pull up, and then they see some guy painting some roses, okay? Guess who it is? It's Cater. And he's like, hey, it's those troublemakers. Like, he speaks like a twink. That's all I have to say, but I'm too tired.
Gotcha.
And don't want to try to attempt to speak like a twink for once. Not important. Anyways, so he's like, oh, cool. Like, the troublemakers are here. Let me get a picture and tag you on Magic Cam, which is their version of Instagram. Figure it out. Anyways, I also forgot to mention in episode 3, Grim and Yukin become official students, but as like a duo. So technically, both of them equal 1 student, because only one of them has magic abilities. But anyways, not important. So basically, Cater's like, can you guys help me paint the roses? Like, I have so much stuff to do before the birthday. And they're like, what the hell is the birthday? And Cater is like, oh yeah, it's like a tradition here. You know, it's like, even though we don't have a birthday or anything, you know, it's like one of our sacred traditions, like whatever. And so, you know, they start painting the roses. Some of them fail. Mostly the people who have magic, they fail. And obviously the 2 people who can't use magic have to do that shit manually. And so basically after all that, Ace was like, oh yeah, is the house warden still here? I want to apologize to him. And Cater was like, oh yeah, like, he's here, but did you bring a replacement tart? And they're like, what do you mean? And so Cater's like, Oh yeah, that's one of the rules. Like if you steal something, you have to replace it, which seems pretty reasonable, you know.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh no, we didn't." And so Cater uses his special ability called Split Card. And so basically, what he does is he creates duplicates of himself, and basically he's like, "Oh well, I can't let you in until you do this thing. Bye, guys." And so basically uses his clones to kick them out, you know. And they're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?" But guess what? They have to go to school anyways. And so their first class is potionology. Can you go to the picture of the guy who looks like Cruella DeVille if you posted it?
Let's see.
Okay, so that's Divis Cruel. He is the potionology teacher. I wasn't able to get all the teachers, but at least I was able to get Divis, okay? A lot of people like him. I like him too, but he's not my favorite staff member. Well, hopefully one day we'll meet Sam, but we'll get to Sam another day. Anyways, so yeah, we start off with his class. Can you go to the picture of the people in the lab coats?
Right there.
Yeah. So the blue-haired one is Deuce, the red-haired one with the collar is Ace, and the cat is Grim. If anyone was curious. So yeah, we start off with their class. Keep in mind, they're doing potionology. Like, I don't think it should be that hard to do it without magic, but whatever. So after potionology, you know, we do get introduced to Divis and everything like that. And then so our next class is history of magic or whatever with Moses Train, who is based off of Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. You get the idea.
Yep,
And so basically, and his cat Lucius, by the way, he has a cat named Lucius.
No.
And so basically, Grim tries to sleep during the class, but guess what? Is woken up by Lucius because no catnaps will be tolerated here, guys. Yay! So yeah, they do that class, and then afterwards they have their gym class, their PE class. And you want to know who their PE teacher is?
Encrypted.
No, it's not cryptid.
It's Beast.
So basically, it's our short king Ashton Vargas, who is based off of Gaston.
Oh,
And while these three on your screen were struggling to do PE related things, Yugen was doing just fine because you know he was an athlete normally. So yeah, they do that. They have a jolly old time with their classes, and then they get to lunch. And obviously, Grim is really excited. He's like, "Get this, 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 and 12 of these," you know. And obviously, they get all their food. You know, they try to look for a table, and guess what? Cater's like, "Hey, I know you four. Come sit with us." And so they're like, "Oh no, that's fine." And Cater's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I feel like being nice to the underclassmen every once in a while." And basically takes them to his table where he's sitting with Trey Clover, who is the guy with the green hair and glasses. Not the green hair without glasses, the green hair with glasses, okay? With the stupid ass smirk, okay? He has a stupid ass smirk. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so basically, you know, they're chit-chatting and all that other stuff. And so Yukin is like, "Oh, what about the other dorms? Like, I've been to Hartslebule. That place looks sick as hell, but what about the other places?" And so basically, Trey explains all the other dorms, you know, Savannah Claw, Octanaville, Scarabia, Pomfiore, which we learned is the oldest dorm, if anyone was curious. Ignihide and Diasomnia, we learn about all the dorms. And then we cut to some of the lovely members of the Diasomnia house, right? We see Silver, you know, you could tell by his silver hair. We see the other guy with green hair, aka Sebek, right? Who might be named after the Egyptian god Sobek, but don't worry about it. We're not going to get into naming conventions. And then we see a guy who looks pretty young, okay? And so some of them mistakenly call him a child. But guess what? He is definitely not a child, okay? So we get to see Lilia again, our favorite old man. I'm not going to get into spoilers to anyone who hasn't engaged with a lot of Twisted Wonderland, but all you need to know is that he's definitely an old man, okay?
Yeah.
And everything like that, you know, he does like the dad thing, like the old person thing where they give you candy and everything like that, you know. And keep in mind, Silver and Sebek are shooting daggers at these people, okay? You know, because they're protective of the people of their dorm, okay? Especially Lilia and especially Malleus, who we only see the back of for Malleus, but don't worry about it. Anyway, so yeah, Lilia goes back after teleporting back to his table, after teleporting to the table, but doesn't matter. So basically, yeah, that was that scene. And so not long after that, you know, Ace was like, okay, so I want to go to apologize to Riddle and everything like that, you know, because I want to get the stupid collar off, whatever. And so Trey was like, oh yeah, you need to go get a replacement tart, you know, because you did steal the tart, you know. And so basically Ace was like, so you're telling me I have to bring that little freaking rage-induced princess over here a replacement tart just because I ate one slice? And so guess who pulls up behind him again?
Who?
I think you should know the answer to this already.
Go ahead, say it.
It's Riddle. Riddle pulls up and he is pissed again. And that's where the issue, and that's not the issue, the episode ends. And we get another little vignette. This time with Lilia and Silver. So Lilia just got back from shopping and everything, and he wants to show Silver some of the outfits he bought for the pop music club because that's the club he's a part of. And so he shows off, like, you know, a rabbit one and everything like that. And Silver's like, I don't know much about fashion. I don't get it. And so, and then Silver puts on a little chipmunk outfit, you know, and then gets Silver to try on a chipmunk outfit and everything like that. And obviously, Silver ain't getting it. He's too busy either sleeping or being a knight. You know, there's no in between with Silver, okay? And so then Lilia tries his third costume, which is an owl, right? And can you go to the picture of the little chibi with the guy with the bunny hat and the guy with the owl costume?
Okay, yep. There we go.
That one. So if I didn't get a great picture, but if you see the full picture of Lilia's costume here, it is a reference to the original Sleeping Beauty movie where the owl in question steals some of Prince Philip's clothes just so that he can dance. So he and some of the other animals can dance with Princess Aurora. That's where that outfit is from, and everything like
animals.
that. Huh?
I think freaky ass animals.
Yeah, the freaky ass animals. Yeah. And so, you know, they do like dance a little bit in this little vignette, which is also a reference because, spoiler alert for book 7, Silver is based off of Princess Aurora. Regardless of what we initially thought he was based off of, but you know, he can have multiple influences. You just can't tell because he's not blonde. Here he has silver
his name doesn't really line up either.
Okay, do you want me to explain why he has silver hair just real quick?
Yes,
go ahead.
Okay, so when he was a baby, he did have blonde hair, but when Lilia found him in a cradle, like abandoned, right, for reasons that make sense, I'm not getting into that. Basically, Lilia put like a protection spell on the baby Silver and everything like that, which turned his hair silver, and so Lilia adopted him and named him Silver.
Mm-hmm.
I creative ass bitch.
So, but when Lilia died in book 7, spoiler alert, his hair did go back to being blonde, but then his hair got turned back to silver not long after Lilia came back to life. So, but yeah. But for the longest time, we didn't know Silver's last name. Huh?
I would just lie to say I died at blonde.
Lilia died. I talked about book 7 though. Lilia died because he took a blast from a dragon overblotted Malleus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he was protecting Silver because Silver is his son, his human child that he adopted. But don't worry, with the power of friendship and sadness, and magic, he came back to life. He's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah. So basically, that's the vignette ends with them just like having a good old time, you know, dancing around with their silly little costumes and everything. But when the curtains close, we do get a little like a necklace thing that says "The End," which I thought was really cute. So yeah, that's the end of episode 4. wait till either next week or in 2 weeks when I talk about episodes 5 and 6 or however many episodes are in this season. So stay tuned. Yeah, that's all for me today, guys.
Cool. All right, then. I guess with that, we can move on. We've got 2 more books left to talk about. So, Austin.
Oh yes, Nova, Centurion of all things.
I already warned which Austin, a character he doesn't like is going to be Pete popping up here. Like, yeah.
Do I want to know? That's the question.
I'll let Crit do the reveal when we get there. But the book starts off with the people don't remember Imperial started off ended with the all the rich people and all the world leaders deciding, well, universe leaders deciding to keep the secret and keep the peace because it worked out better for everybody. And Nova's like, nah, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
He's poor. He needs money to keep the world mind working.
Yeah.
So he's flying around. He's still trying to help people. He go to first picture. He hears a distress call and he flies off like this. I thought it was a great panel, except for how they did his mustache and beard.
Yeah, the world mind's like advising him, like, look, you gotta pick these missions out carefully because every mission is gonna be depleting my power, so it ain't cheap.
Yes, he's the last Nova right now, and he's burning through his power. He goes to save these rich nobles who are going to go into a black hole. And I wish I had this picture of him standing looking at the black hole and stuff, but it's very cool. He tells them to turn off their engines. He explains his accolades.
Yeah.
I think the next picture I have is the nobles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't go through it yet.
Okay.
Before that, he's trying to convince them to turn off their engines so he can move the ship. And he explains to them, I'm the man who survived literally every space war. I won every space war I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
I beat Thanos. I killed Thanos with these 2 hands.
You helped kill Marvel in the Cancerverse at one time.
He mentioned it without mentioning it.
He's like, the Cancerverse brought me so much trauma. I'm not bringing that shit back up again.
Yeah, he referenced like the overall thing, but he don't say like the actual Cancerverse.
Yeah, I've been part of the Annihilation Wars, the Corkscrew Wars, the War of Kings, the War Realm,
the Imperial War.
Yep. Well, he doesn't want to talk about the Imperial. That's the one war he doesn't want to talk about, I guess. Real. Yeah.
And he convinces them to, let him do his thing. He goes outside the ship. We get another beautiful panel of him using his power to shoot the ship off away from the black hole. And he saves them. He goes down to talk to the people. And they are cheering, saying, yeah, Nova. Don't go to the picture yet. He said, yeah, Nova, thanks. Yeah, you're great. And he says, no, it's no problem. I'm glad I was there to help y'all, blah, 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 blah. But I won't lie, my fun's a little low. I need y'all to pass the hat around, share a little bit of money. And this is their response. Show the picture. They start shit talking immediately.
Well,
I don't want to be paid. How tacky.
God forbid someone who's poor wants to get paid, dude.
Yeah, well, we didn't ask to be saved, after all. Like,
we didn't ask to get saved. Earthling's always looking for a handout. That's not a handout. I did a service for you, and you should pay me for the service.
How much do you think your break is worth? Just pay a fraction of that, at least.
It's embarrassing, really. No one asked him to get involved. Entitled. You'll never see a guy from the Century acting like this. What is a Century?
I know, right?
Are they talking about Century, like with an S?
No. It's after like the C Century.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure it has something to do with the Centurion. I'm just not remembering right now.
Yeah, I mean, Nova literally takes his helmet off and just like a donation bin, like, come on, give me something, like the world might even says
these are the richest nobles in space, and they're being stingy.
Yep, I mean the world mind even says after this mission, it's down to 36% power. Damn.
Assholes.
Yep.
Yeah, they're terrible, man.
They didn't give him a cent, audience. Wow.
He meets this other alien who name escaped me, but he showed up in Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff before. He knows Rocket, and he's like, you know what you need? You need a manager, basically.
Okay, let me announce his name because we didn't get a picture of him. Nova is at a bar down in his luck up until certain other critter comes and persuades him to be his manager. And
I have a
it's Pip.
feeling I know who it is, and it's gonna kill me.
It's Pip the Troll, which
I thought you were gonna say Howard the Duck at first, Bested.
nah.
I was
Nah.
getting more angry if it was Howard.
Gotcha. So is this an upgrade witch than Howard and Star Fox? The lesser of three evils witch?
I don't want to bring it up right now. I'm gonna go listen to my song that I have currently playing on my other ear real quick. So have fun.
Okay. Yeah. So all right, continue on.
Yeah,
Austin.
but he's doing his manager thing. He gets him a job with the Kree Scroll War Alliance.
Yeah.
You don't know these are the Korean Scroll who fell in love and had their own little faction in the team in the war, and they just stay together. And they were both assholes.
They call themselves what, the KSW for swords?
Yeah, it's literally the Kree Scroll War. It literally it. They called themselves the war.
Go for it.
Which is funny because the war is back on right now, so it's weird to have a faction just call it that.
Mm-hmm.
But while obviously Richard didn't want to do it, he already had enough of the Kree Scroll War situation. This man has been through it all.
Mm-hmm.
But he already paid. He showed up. He went to hear him out. They were being annoying. He almost left.
Mm-hmm.
But they're asking him. They got ripped off by someone and robbed.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's somebody that Richard knows. And they reveal a woman. I believe it's Camille Bonelli, if I remember correctly.
Cammy.
Yeah.
Cammi. No,
I don't know if her nickname. I think her real name's Camille or something.
the only reason I know of her is because I read her in Avengers Underground, which was basically Hunger Games for the young heroes. So
Yeah, but she's basically the Rick Jones of space. To be honest, where so someone needs a random power. Guess what? You're getting one now. She was Darkhawk. She was going to be. She was in a running to be Thor for a minute. She was in a running to be Quasar when that was going on, and she was also another thing. And then she was almost a Nova Corps member at one point too. So it's like he's literally Rick Jones in space.
Yeah.
But seeing her reminded him of an enemy, and I won't lie, when I saw the guy, I didn't remember who he was.
Yeah.
But if you don't remember, she is Drax, the daughter. So at first I thought that was Drax, and I was like, that don't make sense.
I thought that was.
Also, you don't have the tattoos.
Yeah, I thought that was Champion at one point, but the design was too off. What was the name of that character that they said? I think they said the name for the next issue.
No, they didn't. I read it. They did not. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
they're just saying he gets a familiar foe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, for those more familiar with the cosmology of Marvel, help us out.
No, it's just the whole war, the whole golly, now I'm based on the war names. The whole Annihilation War and Wave whole situation was a lot. It was their big first. I won't say their first big cosmic event, but it has tie-ins, it had all this other stuff, which a lot of their space fans didn't have at that time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to remember. Especially a random guy he fought in it. Because I promise you that guy was not a big focus of that event.
Right. So,
but man, well, I think it's a good first start. Like, if you know Nova's history, I'm sure this is more rewarding for you than it was for me.
Yep.
But I think it's a good first start. I do. Yeah. People are hoping that this leads to Sam coming back. I don't see how.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm just reading this book mainly for the Inhumans because, like, if they're going to be popping up in any book, it will have to be the book that the main character has a grudge against. So
Yeah, he's in a
Mhm.
situation where he does need more Nova people, but the war mind is not in a situation where he can do that.
Yep.
And well, to be fair, Nova Sam's helmet is powered by itself, so they did want to use Sam. They can use Sam at any time. The world mind stuff, all this is not stopping them from using Sam. They just don't like using Sam.
Because he doesn't have an MCU feature audience, Austin. That's what it is.
Yeah, if Nova comes to the MCU, they might push Sam just because the writer wants credit if they use his story about putting Sam in the MCU. That's the only way that's happening.
They're gonna want to focus on the adult Nova. I think the MCU is just kind of putting the young superhero characters on the side in the back burner for now. So yeah.
No, I think Nova. I only think Sam could work more than say if all the rest of them get wiped when everything goes over. The only reason I think
Mhm.
Sam could work only because he doesn't need to be a kid for his story to work like the rest
Yeah.
of them did. So they
Yeah.
wanted to age him up and just have a Nova character on Earth. They can do that with Sam, and then he can also be the liaison to when they need to go to space.
Mm-hmm.
He's not trapped here like most of the kids' characters are. So
Wow.
we'll see how they handle that at the end of the day. But
Gotcha.
like
I'm
you
sure.
said, it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, I'm sure by the time we see Sam in the MCU, Shola will be close to his 30s, because we all know he'll want to fish him out for Nova for Sam. Blue Beetle, Miguel from Karate Kid audience. So,
This man can't be Blue Beetle, Sam, and Ace from One Piece. Okay, I won't allow it.
yeah, I didn't want to allow him to be Ace, but hey, we all know what we want in this world, Austin. So
Yeah,
It could be worse.
it can always be worse. That is true. But we'll have to see how he does when he comes out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this issue. But you have any final thoughts
Yeah.
for me?
I need to do the shave, bro. I don't mind the long hair, but the way this artist specifically does his bearded scenes, it really throws me off from the look.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
I know it's because the guy is supposed to be like, down on his luck. Remember, he was drinking and drunk before Starlord came to get him the first time. So he's picking himself back up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Star-Lord and Nova, such a great duo. We love
Not
Dick
anymore.
Ryder.
They
We love
Marvel
Dick
fucked that up.
Ryder and Peter Quill.
I can't believe Marvel fucked that up.
Yeah, they
Literally
have
saved the universe together.
One of the greatest friendships we had.
Exactly, bros.
And they said, fuck me, specifically.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
But alright then. Well,
Yeah, let's just go to G.I. Joe.
Okay. Let's move on to the last book of the night,
Let's
audience.
go to G.I. Joe. The Dreadnok War of all things.
One.
I was not as I knew we knew about this coming up to the last issue, but when we met the Dreadnoks in the Cobra Commander solo series, I did not expect this to happen.
Wow. This basically had a Mad Max feel, audience, towards the end, but you'll understand that when we get to it. So yeah, explain what happened, Austin.
Oh, okay. I can do that. So this is interesting because they gave us. I almost sent DCU because they gave us 2 recap chapters, and I was very surprised and happy. Because I don't know, there's a lot of stuff happening. Once you have many spinoffs and other stuff, you either get lost in what's going on in a shared universe.
Yep.
But to reiterate, just so I guess people will know, Duke right now, he lost his friend to Starscream, and that started him on this whole, I won't say path, but that started him down this whole situation of not trusting the government, but not really trusting the government. He knows they're hiding stuff, but he also knows that, Hawk and him know that the world still needs the Joes, in a sense.
Yeah.
But this book, I guess we'll get back to that. I forgot it wasn't the first thing in the book. The first thing in the book you see is you see Cobra's experiments. I don't remember the doctor's name, but you get a very cool reveal for Cobra Commander. Oh boy, no, he posted up with the snake throne and everything.
Oh yeah, living that Gimrick audience, you know.
Look, I know they're probably going to do it, but I can't see him with the Starscream voice anymore. I can't do it.
No.
This one specifically, I cannot see a Starscream.
Oh. All right.
But I chose this picture because it's very important for the final picture for obvious reasons. But Destro and the Dreadnought guy who's been working with Cobra Commander since that event, or they're all trying to talk about the Energon. Oh, not the Dreadnought guy, Ripper. Ripper is the Dreadnought. Never mind. Ripper is a Dreadnought. He is a big buff man. He like a wrestler. If Macho Man was the Mad Max.
It's the glasses, isn't awesome? You know, the
Glasses, his how swole he is. I definitely see him talking like that. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's
You're in Dreadnought country now.
Yeah, that glowing goo isn't easy to come by.
Yeah, but Destro initially wanted him and Ripper to go to the location to find the Energon that's buried out in the desert. But Cobra Commander said, no, I'll do it myself. And initially I was wondering what this is part of the plan. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Or not. Because I think I still think he intended to go there with Ripper and just do it themselves and then come back and do it, attack. But when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade at the end of the day.
Technically, life didn't give us lemons. We actually man-made them.
When scientists give us lemons, we make lemonade then, okay?
Exactly. There you go.
But we get a moment where Destro convincing Ripper to work with him, and you get my favorite panel of the whole franchise so far, which is still the smiley face on Cobra Commander. I love that panel.
So much so that they actually printed one of the issues of G.I. Joe with a cardboard cutout of that smiley face mask of Snake, Cobra Commander on it.
God damn it! Why didn't I know that?
Yep, they have it. So
I should have known that.
It's literally stapled on the cover.
I have to find this.
Yep.
But Destro convinced basically breaks down Ripper. He manipulates Ripper to make sure they betray Cobra Commander later. Take care of this. Now you get the recap of after the death of his friend at the hands of Starscream, Conrad Hauser, aka Duke. It's crazy he has such a Russian name.
Okay.
Went on a mission of revenge, only to uncover a grand conspiracy involving a dangerous alien substance called Energon. But Duke wasn't the only person on this hunt. Cobra Commander, a rogue scientist from the secret civilization known as Cobra La, left his hidden home in search of power. While Duke journeyed to find him, while Duke's journey found him confronting the international arms dealer called Destro, Cobra Commander found a stockpile of Energon controlled by a group of ruthless outlaws called the Dreadnoughts. After several Dreadnoughts died in brutal fashion, Cobra Commander stole their Energon. And then it showed a few issues ago where Baroness was fighting this guy.
Yeah.
Duke mission led to the formation of G.I. Joe, a ragtag peacekeeping group tasked with stopping Transformers and also investigating Energon. They've been doing a piss poor job of that. I don't think they fought one Transformer yet.
It takes a process, right?
Cobra Commander used the Energon to connect to Destro to create a terrorist organization known as Cobra. The first open confrontation between the two factions ended in a violent standoff between Duke and Cobra Commander. I don't know if people remember this when them just standing and pointing guns at each other. Since then, both factions had created new alliances and new enemies in its arm race. But one thing for certain, the war between Duke and Cobra had just begun.
Yeah.
Well, Cobra Commander specifically. I think that's very interesting how they handle it. But it starts with Duke going to his friend's grave.
Tyler Frost,
Getting a call from Clutch of all people.
Yeah.
And he tried to run things by him. Look, man, so Energon popped up in somewhere in Texas. We wanted to check it out. You can go check it out. He's gonna go check it out.
Yeah, he
When he
says.
gets there, go
Yeah,
ahead.
he says Stalker and Baroness are already out on a mission in Chicago. Like, I was wondering, wait, are they in the Transformers book or something like that? 'Cause-
Oh yeah, that's right. Transformers is having in Chicago.
oh, okay. I gotta read that issue then. So.
No, I don't know if they're in that book, but I think the Transformers stuff is in Chicago, so they might be just getting attracted to the end of that war situation going on over there.
Gotcha.
We'll see when the next issue come out. I'm sure if they're in there, it'll come up. Duke drives out with a Jeep, and I want you to know, Cryptid, people were praising the way he drew this Jeep. I guess it's very, very accurate to whatever version of Jeep this is.
Yeah.
But I feel like most people losing their minds about how accurately he drew the Jeep.
Oh, there you go. Attention to detail there, you know?
But he finds Cobra Commander telling his men to dig harder, dig faster. Duke tried to reach his people, but, Cobra jamming the lines.
Yeah.
Obviously, can't have nobody snitching from nearby. As this goes on, he finds out this Energon signature, all this was a trap.
Yep. It was a decoy.
Well, Ripper fake found something, and it handed it to him. It turned out to be a bomb. Cobra Commander fast though. He pulls out his sword, swipes that thing. It blows up his vehicle, wherever you want to call it, this tank thing.
Yep.
And the Cobra Commander's getting up. He's trying to call for reinforcements, trying to get help, trying to figure it out. And we get the full revenge scene of Ripper was shocking his arm.
Yeah, he blew it up. That robotic arm powered by the giant.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what kind of weapon he was using. It looked like
it was one of those energy weapons.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Revenge is a real bitch, Commander. Okay, now
it fits so well how big this dude is.
Yeah, man, I gotta start working on my Macho Man voice every time I'm talking.
You dare hurt? He's talking about you dare hurt me? I'll kill you, Ripper. He no sells. He no looks. Kills a Cobra member.
Yeah,
I know their soldiers have like an actual rank. I just don't remember right now.
Right.
But Cobra Commander's hurt. He's getting beat up by Ripper. But he gets saved. Cobra Commander gets saved by Duke. And I thought it was interesting because Cobra Commander says Duke's name.
And
I think he knew Duke's name.
Well, I mean, he would have built up he would have wanted to get information on him since they.
Well, to be fair, this is not like he said his real name or anything. But I do like how personal this versus is becoming.
Yeah. We end up getting a fight between Duke and what's his name?
Ripper.
Ripper. Sorry.
Yeah, Ripper.
What the hell are you doing here, G.I. Joe? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funny too because like in another situation, it would like been if Duke was here, it'd be like a great situation. Cobra Commander's gone. Now we got to deal with the Dreadnoks who aren't that organized and Destro, who you already dealt with. You know.
No.
But Duke's the good guy. You're not gonna let you just murder someone in front of him if he can stop it, and that includes his enemies.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure it's because he wants to bring him in for questioning for obvious reasons.
No, yeah. The next scene actually indicates that because after Duke defeats Ripper, he goes to Cobra Commander and handcuffs them.
You're coming with me, Commander, alive.
Yeah, we need you for questioning.
Ripper is fucked up. He's like, you're a fool. You should Cobra Commander's saying you're a fool. You should kill me. I have too many questions, and I know you're a guy with all the answers. Now, what you know about Energon, the giant robots, everything, and that's actually true. Since he was able to study Megatron, he also got history on their planet and all the other stuff. So he knows all about the war. Everything G.I. Joes need information-wise, he has all of it.
Yep.
No, he can also use that to mislead them. Very easy. Duke immediately sees like cars pulling up. He's like, I don't care if more Cobra is coming, Commander. I'll take you in. It's like, hey, hold on, now. You're not doing like a 1v25. Okay, calm down. And he's like, no, this ain't Cobra. This is the Dreadnoughts. And you get Ripper losing his mind down there bleeding.
They all come in Mad Max style, audience. Damn.
Yeah, it's a very Mad Max poster.
Mhm.
Like you see, like this, the guns mounted on cars, double seats for some reason, like everything, homemade cars.
Yep. You really think I'd come out here alone? That's right, loser. You're in real trouble now. Like, yep.
You're messing with the Dreadnoughts of all things, man. Like it's a great like panel of all the cars coming up, but it's not really working out that well. They show up, they get their leader Ripper. They're like, "Come on, bro, get on. We got shit to do. Let's go get these guys." Cobra, Duke makes Cobra Commander come back to his car, his Jeep, and then Dreadnoughts are excited. Like, you know, we love a chase. We ain't had a chase in a while. That's going on. You cut back to the base, and someone's saying Cobra Commander is as good as dead. I'm like, nigga, what? How do you decide that? Can you at least wait? This is the most Starscream shit I ever seen in my life. This shit is Starscream would do. Oh, Megatron didn't show up today. I guess he's dead. I'm in charge. Like, hold on now.
Destro.
At least wait till you see a body.
Yep.
They're like all hands on deck. You got to call. What's all this about? Some I know I'm the new guy here, but I don't like vague orders. We're Cobra Commander, and we get the reveal. The Cobra Commander has been taking a leave of absence, call it sabbatical, and from this day forward, as Destro walks up the throne stairs, Cobra is mine.
Wow.
And now, I like this, but I do think it's too early to do all the betrayal so fast.
Audience, never trust a guy with a V-neck. Never works out. Like, you know, hate people with V-neck. You know?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
It just what?
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
It's weird. I like it. Okay, it's a good book. It's a good issue. It always feels weird when you jump to a new series and they immediately like do all the major tropes early, like how Transformers immediately had Starscream already betrayed Megatron, and now we're already getting the Destro betray Cobra Commander to be leader, because it makes it hard to like justify keeping these characters around. Because if you told me this early in our like situation, then you would betray me like the earliest inconvenience at any time. I'm not keeping around. I don't care how talented you are.
You gotta prove your use, man. Your use has to be twice as much as your betrayal. Then at that point,
Apparently, because this situation is different from Starscream. Starscream like would not go help Megatron. This time, this guy actively set you up to die.
Nah, what's going
to be fair, he might not know that Destro did it at the end of this. If he Destro's smart, as long as the Ripper doesn't say, "Oh, Destro told me," or convinced me to do it, I think it should be fine.
You need somebody to be the scapegoat.
But if he does, so we're gonna have to talk with the team. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I'm going to give you the hand job of your life, Destro. Damn.
It's crazy that this is only issue 13 as well.
Yeah. Look, number 13, right, audience? Not so lucky for Cobra Commander here.
I can't wait to see how they get out of this. I just because they're not gonna have Joe for backup, and Cobra's not coming to help, so they have to 2v1 the whole Dreadnought army.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Cobra Commander is already missing one of his hands. So
he's missing his laser hand, so like he can't even like do a lot of his attacks. That's why the cover got him holding a gun.
But yeah, I do like the body cop duo of this having to be a team in light of like the situation they're in right now. So,
Yeah, you about to learn a lot more about Cloverman than you thought you wanted to do. Okay.
yep, might even take a peek. But yeah, that was a good start to this event. So can need some more of
Yeah,
it.
it was fast. I won't say it was fast because it was good paced. It put us right into action. We already know the main player, so we didn't really need a lot of setup.
Hmm.
If you read if you really read any other book in here, you already knew who all these people are. So just getting to the action was probably the best course they could have did.
Hmm.
Um, I'd say it's good. I
Hmm.
I really do hope because we know that the guy who writing Transformers right now, the Invincible dude.
Robert Kirkman.
Now we know that he's trying to get this push to be animated. Well, Transformers at least. I do hope G.I. Joe does as well. I don't know
Oh
if it's going to be like in the same show, but obviously they're one universe, so I think you have to do both one way or another.
yeah.
I don't know if
We're
you make it
going.
one show or two shows, or like one show and then like OVA episodes with the GI Joe stuff until they
Yeah.
cross over. But you have to do both. I would really want to see a lot of this stuff animated for the first time.
We're going to get that crossover one way or the other, audience. You know, that last Transformers movie gave you the hunger for it. So, yeah, that's good. So, yeah, can't wait to read the next issue. It's going to be insane. Yeah. So, yeah, do you have any final thoughts on this? Because we're about to end, actually.
No, we could end it early. And everyone actually go to bed for once in their life.
I know, before the 12 o'clock mark, too, audience, you know? So, yeah, we got through all the comics. Once again, like and subscribe, leave us a comment to keep the algorithm and all that good stuff. And thank you for all for joining us. So, we'll be seeing you all next time.
Yep,
See
later.
ya. And stream.